Hi, thanks for joining me again. As a life coach, I've become very aware that social anxiety is something that is affecting people right across the age ranges. And many of my private clients come to me demonstrating symptoms of, or fear of, or actual full blown cases of social anxiety. I find that it actually accelerated a lot as a result of the COVID lockdowns, where for nearly 2 years our social interactions became abnormal and in many cases completely non existent. And then we are thrust back into a world where we had to communicate face to face again, and groups had to gather again. And we were told that it was unsafe to gather in groups. And so we had masks and social distancing and so forth. And then when it became okay and all the barriers came down again, people found themselves saying, I'm anxious about this now because I've gone through 2 years of my formative years, in the case of children and teenagers, being taught that this is not safe. And now I'm finding myself together with people and I'm not comfortable. I'm anxious about all of this. And so, what I want to do over the next series of approximately 3 videos, and I hope you'll join me for all three of them, is I want to help you to overcome social anxiety. And if you're not socially anxious, maybe you have a child, parent, sibling, somebody in your family who is demonstrating these particular symptoms, and I'd love to be able to help with that. Please be aware also I do offer private sessions via Zoom if you're not local to the UK, on the east side of the UK where I live. So I want to give you some powerful ways to help overcome social anxiety. Now, social anxiety disorder is often misunderstood, and many people can be suffering in silence. It's much more than just feeling a little bit shy. It's and not wanting to speak up in big groups. It's something that can really control you. It's something that can take a hold of your whole outlook on life. It stops young people from going to school, and so we get school refusing is at an all-time high in the UK. We get people avoiding going to the shops, not going to parties, not going to social interactions, social gatherings, and that sort of thing. Whereas before they were quite comfortable doing that, all of a sudden it's become a thing, and they are anxious and they find themselves starting to panic, starting to sweat, starting to get lightheaded when they start to think about it, and they are much more comforted by thoughts of staying at home. Well, it's also been found, by the way, by psychologists that approximately the age of 13 is when it starts to really manifest in people's lives. And that's very often your early years of high school as well. So the good news is that there are ways to develop some new habits. And I want to have a look at some of these things. Firstly, number one is challenge your anxious thoughts. Now, at times it might feel like there's absolutely nothing you can do about the way you feel and how you think, but there are so many things you can do. Challenging your mentality and negative thoughts. Challenging means actually taking them on. It's like when you challenge someone to a fight, you're taking it on and you're saying, you know what, I'm not going to accept that this is just the way it is and the way it's always going to be. I believe there's more to my life than this. I believe there's more than that I can do. And so I'm going to step up and I'm not going to just take this. Challenge those thoughts. Why is that thought there? What happened to put that thought there? What evidence have I got to back up my claim that everything's going to go wrong when I'm around people? And I love it in my life coaching sessions when I present these questions to people, how very often their whole demeanor changes and they say, well, actually, no, I can't think of any reason why I'd be anxious. I can't think of any time when things went catastrophically wrong. I can't think of anything. And you start to see the anxiety almost dissolving right there in front of you. Challenging the way you think is not an immediate thing. It's a journey. It's something you have to be willing to take, sometimes with a life coach, with a counselor, with a psychiatrist, whoever it is that you feel comfortable talking to, and get these things out into the open, not just with your mates on WhatsApp, not just with your friends on social media. No, talk to people that have walked this road. Talk to people that actually understand something about this and are going to give you an opportunity to reflect back on what you are saying and what you are feeling, because it is a very real thing. Social anxiety is real. It really happens. The next one is to be mindful. Being mindful means shutting yourself off from the worries of the future and focusing on the now. Absolutely on the now. A publication on neuroscience actually talked about how up to 40% of people that do some mindfulness training actually find immediately their anxiety dissipates, and a greater percentage will find that it goes away over time. I practice mindfulness. And it's not some weird, crazy new thing. And if you're a person of faith, hey, I'm a Christian pastor. I practice mindfulness. It's completely in line with everything that I believe in. We are called to meditate, and meditation is just quietening yourself for up to 20 minutes. And I do this in the mornings, and just focusing on the now, everything that is present, on what you're feeling now, on the sounds you can hear now, or the things around your room you can see now, or if your eyes are closed, what thoughts are present with you right now, and not allowing yourself to start worrying about things that have not yet happened. So mindfulness training, that's something we can talk about more in greater detail, maybe in a totally different clip. Another one might sound like a weird one, but I do this all the time. Go to a coffee shop. If you enjoy watching movies online or catching up on your favorite TV show, why don't you take them on your tablet or on your laptop to your nearest coffee shop? Do an activity that you like, you feel comfortable with, in an environment that would usually make you feel anxious. There are people around you, yes, but you've got your headphones on and you're focusing on your screen. I have done this multiple times. You've got the familiarity and the comfort of being able to concentrate on what you're doing, but you are pushing your boundaries. You're getting yourself out there. You're interacting maybe with the waiter that comes to your table, with the person at the counter where you ordered your coffee. Pushing yourself a little bit, setting yourself new targets. Even if it's today, I'm going to go to the shop and I'm going to greet one person. Tomorrow I'll go and I'll greet two people along the way, or people that actually work there. And there's so many little ways, it's called baby steps, little things that you can do that set you up for success, where you say, you know what, I conquered that today. I feel more confident for tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I love doing that sort of personal coaching, just seeing people blossoming, where they're taking on these challenges and they're starting to realize, I'm not as anxious as I thought I was, and the world is not as scary as I thought it was going to be. Thank you so much for joining me. Part 2 of this will be following really soon. And I hope you have an amazing time. And also, if you want to share this with anybody, if you want to use this in classrooms or for whatever, I know some teachers do use my videos in classrooms, you're more than welcome to do that. All right, please get hold of me if you want more information, and I will catch you later. Thanks so much, and goodbye.